morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is that this reaches you. It is evening for me. Yo ho, away we go together as a team. Do you know where we all connect at the same value? The only place that we do is in the heart. So if you value things with your mind and I value things with my heart, we will never value the same thing. What I believe in will be discredited. This was learned today while speaking with a friend. Interesting, the cosmic heart is awakened to these nonsensical nonsenses. And we on fire and we're sexy about it. Divine feminine, this one's for you, baby. We've been talking about the divine masculine just a little bit too much, and the cosmic heart is awake. And when the cosmic heart wakes up, the blood boils and the passion burns beyond any mental fear. Any mental fear of emotions, beyond any behavior that blocks the nature of the instinct to honor its own intuition by living in its inactions. Vulnerability of a warrior with nothing to lose. This one's for you. Hello, hello, hello. So, the cosmic heart is awake and the blood is boiling. So, Kelly and I were discussing how we physically love ourselves, right? Like, this is going to be a trigger for a lot of people in many different ways, and I kind of like that. Pleasure yourself physically, not with a partner. And I'm not talking about sports or doing dances or powwows or anything like that. I'm talking about touching yourself. And I want you to think about this because it's distorted. A lot of it is very distorted. And I know me personally, this is going to suck admitting this on live feed. Swallow your pride, do it. Goodbye, ego. Just let me blow you to smithereens in front of God and everybody. When I used to touch myself, masturbate, let's call it masturbate. When I used to touch myself, I would do it just to get off. Okay, let's be honest. I just wanted to feel that feel good, Then I advanced when I started loving myself, like mentally and emotionally. That also advanced. Like, obviously, not just surrendering any fucking Joe Blow schmo out there, or subjecting my body to their fucking charms, right? But myself changed. Like, you need to romance yourself. You need to have foreplay with yourself in sensual ways and be sensual with yourself, because that's what you're really craving to be with another. And as soon as you do that with yourself and allow yourself to feel that, you won't be settling and like thinking that that's going to, I don't know, make men grow up and not use their wieners to think. Seems rather counterproductive for me. I don't know. Call me old-fashioned, but I think that's counterproductive. So, get your shit together, ladies. You are a temple. What are you bringing to honor me? Like, to enter my temple. Please tell me what you're bringing my temple, the temple of creation here to enter. And what do I give my own temple? Yes, what do you give your own temple Do you give it vanity, or do you make it feel good about itself? Do you have positive thoughts, or do you entertain negative thoughts, aka phantoms in the mind? Oh, the cosmic heart comes in and burns every single one of those phantoms. Yes, it does. And it opens up a whole new world. Yes, it does. Fearless endeavors. Stop settling for breadcrumbs because, well, I don't know. What if I don't get what I want? What if this is what I wanted? Well, are you? How the fuck does it feel? And do you really want that? What do you expect to gain by keeping this? Are you like trying to control the outcome? Damage control? We're going to call this damage control? Oh, hell no. The heart will freaking create a whole bunch of damage to reset from being controlled. Okay? The heart will create a whole bunch of damage to reset from being controlled. So don't try to damage control. You can nurture, you can comfort, you can grow from damage. You ain't controlling shit. Alice, cosmic hearts in the house. You know, Spirit, if I didn't know any better, I'd say we're a team. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Sunshine and Karma. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Vector. Hello, Kimberly. So we are following the messages of the White Rabbit, curiosity that meets opportunity. Well, what is the opposite of fear? Because anybody, besides faith, can anybody tell me what the opposite of fear is? It's curiosity. It's gonna get you through the fear, because if you're fearful, you ain't curious about shit. You ain't interested in shit. You know, you would. That's a I'd rather not know chicken shit basis, right? What the fuck? The fuck? This is like, I'd rather not know because I don't know. Like, I don't know, but I'd rather not know because I don't know. This is where you, instead of being like stuck in familiar pain, there's like a familiarity here. If instead of being like stuck in a familiar pain that you know of, like you know of, right, that you're in, you know of it, you get curious and risk, I don't know, maybe even going into a new pain without assuming that it'll be pain. Like, just fuck it. If it is, it is. If it ain't, it ain't. Like, it's blank slate. It's never been done before. It's literally I cannot go into something new pretending that it's something else. Like, it's something new. It's something new. And this is following that depth, because the rabbit goes into the depth of it. So this is willing to go beyond the fears, like the fears that you kicked up, right? The dust is coming from the bunny. The dust is definitely coming from a bunny here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Poor little bunny. Oh, poor little bunny. Likes to kick up all that dust and then complain to his friends that he's lost. You're not fucking lost. You're running around in circles on purpose just to fucking have attention. Stop it. Afraid of everything, overwhelmed and frozen. That's new pain. Wait, what? What? I'm afraid of everything, but I'm used to this area. Well, you got to get curious, because this is a moment's regret that's coming up with this rabbit. You have to get curious, guys. I know, I fucking go on and on and on, but this, look at all this. It is time to get curious, because the rabbit here, he loves to remind his friends that someday the eagle will swoop down and eat him. He talks and talks and talks about it so loudly, in fact, that one day the eagle hears him and thanks him for the great idea. Rabbit energy is alive when we're scared, most often about the future, instead of being right here, right now. We become our own worst enemy. We spin up these assumptions these assumptions, these preconceived notions, these narratives, these agendas, these ideals, right? We spin these up. It's a cloud of dust, a cloud of fear, and then we complain to others that we are lost. Notice your thoughts, rabbit. They create your own destiny. They shape your destiny. Are you giving your strength to your phantoms of your mind by being a victim to the phantoms of your mind, which are negative thoughts? Or are you giving your strength to overcoming those, observing those some negative thoughts and overcoming, going right through those negative thoughts, not even by opposing them, you in them. By opposing them, you in them. This is opposing what you already know for something you do not. That's the message of the rabbit. Problem solver. Opposing what you already know for something you do not. Right here, you're going to go into that. You already know that it's there. It's a fear, but it's illusion, so you got to go through it. This is right into that rabbit hole. This is coming out of a moment's regrets, nostalgia, the idealizing of the past, fearing you made a mistake, wishing something was different, not getting what you want, how you wanted it. What's the opposite of control? Curiosity. Control is directly associated with fear. What is the opposite of control? Curiosity. This is the curiosity that meets opportunity, that drives you out of idolizing the past and making your past, which were your focused thoughts, your actual future. Interesting. This is a very big cosmic heart opening indeed, because anything that was blinded by the mind or its fears is being illuminated. That's illumination of nostalgia. Illumination here. The message of what the fear is actually doing, what control is actually doing, and the fact that you're actually living in fear when you're living in control here. Growing up, wanting to grow into experience. I talked about this in today's reading earlier today. I talked about experiencing something is not a thought. It's not what you think about something. You are not experiencing things that you are analyzing, that you are reasoning. That's not an experience. That's a partial experience at best. Partial at best. It's a robotic experience. It's a programmed experience. It's an artificial intelligence. We want to grow an experience. It needs to be felt. It's felt. It's felt. God, how do you explain this knowing, this gut knowing? How the fuck do you explain that? It's felt, man. It's fucking felt. You want to grow up. Grow up. That's growing up the mind out of the victim mentality, being a fucking servant to its own the phantoms of its mind, which is not its own thoughts. If it is a negative thought, it is not yours, and you need to send it back to wherever the fuck it came from. Who fucking cares where it came from? Send it back. Send it back to source. Bye. Go back to your source. Negative thought, you're not mine, right? Rejection of perpetual victim, perpetual youth. That's perpetual youth. That's the child victim in your mind. Fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, fear of not being accepted, fear of not fulfilling your obligations, fear of not fulfilling expectations, fulfill blah, 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 doo-doo, caca, fucking boo-boo. I want to spit. Yuck, right there. We growing up out of that. I wanted to spit. That made me want to spit. I wanted to spit that shit out of my mouth. That was nasty. We're going to lead the way, be the leader, and show others how it's done. Leading by example, not by force. Hell to the yes. Bang, bang. All right, let's get a root wisdom on that. I want to get a root wisdom on that because that's where all that passion is coming from. That sexy, delicious, loving yourself fucking, not like an object, but like a sensual, delicious fucking being with meaning. Ooh, I'm a poet. Root chakra. Ooh, the Kundalini. Passion. Oh, sexual energy. Oh, yeah. Massive sexual energy, massive blocks in the root chakra. Trauma in your root chakra from, well, we can call it sexually abusing yourself. That's the truth. Let's not sugarcoat it. I will quote a friend of mine, Mr. Vector. Sex without emotions, even sex with yourself without emotions, is violence. Divine feminine in the roots. Look at that. The root, the root, the root is on fire. We don't need your opinions. We are on fire. The world is bereft of the feminine consciousness. To bring Mother Earth back into balance, we must bring back our awareness of her. Language is the barrier between us. The head and the heart, the wants and the needs. The power, the control, and the flow. It's direct. You're supposed to direct. Your masculine's natural energy is direct the flow. Okay, not control it. The language barrier between us, but there is a language barrier, but language is a barrier that's between us. But woman has always communed with woman in an unspoken language. Her roots are intertwined with the essence of Mother Earth, for she too is feminine. Woman is the keeper of the planet and must not let her energy, what makes up your energy? Your emotions. It's your essence. Yep. Your emotions is your human energy. You must not let her energy be uprooted by male systems within man or a woman, because, well, the male system is the narcissistic system, and it's in men and women alike. And when you're in your heart, you will see and know the difference. And, well, men, you won't be getting stuck with narcissistic women. And women, you won't be, with narcissistic men. Why? Because we're healing. We're overcoming trauma. Okay? Mother Earth has been misunderstood. Why? Because of the comforts and conveniences. She is the universal link. She is the womb of all lives. Feminine consciousness is the energy that embodies the wisdom you need at this moment. The higher wisdom, instead of, the child mind. And welcome the ecstasy that comes from this sensualness, right? This beauty, Follow the white rabbit, the purity. Instead of being afraid of it, follow it. Why are you afraid of nature? Why are you afraid of emotions? Listening to the negative phantoms of your mind. Stop it. This is where you step into the ecstasy of yourself and you welcome positive thoughts that support and believe in oneself. The natural, the true self, all of it. Sinner and saint, all of it. We are not proud of or ashamed of the things that we did that hurt others and ourselves. We cannot be, but we can look and see those mistakes as a learning tool to not repeat them. And the only way to not repeat a mistake is to feel and experience the mistake that we made. To experience it instead of think about it, analyze it, justify it, make excuses for it, to feel it. Ecstasy is a buoyant state of joy, and one of the finest ways to maintain a state of joyousness is to examine the dark side of your being. That instinctual nature that most human beings suppress and repress in civilized life. We tend to live in our minds and in our emotions and occasionally in spirit and almost never in the instinctual depths. We are born as wild as mountain lions, but live most of our lives like sheep, forgetting and denying whole parts of ourselves. Sit on the earth with your back against a tree and get in touch with your roots. which move deep into the middle earth, and this will restore your joyousness and balance. Each day, listen to your body, mind, and your heart. What are they telling you? What are you sensing? What are you feeling about the given situation? Ecstasy is like a wild horse waiting to be ridden, the last wild ride before your passage into enlightenment. Take courage and live your passion fully. Getting out of a moment's regret, courage, curiosity that gets over control. Courage is outside the realm of control. Wanting to grow in a new experience. Rejection of negative thoughts, the feminine ecstasy. Holy shit. Leading the way with the respect of self. No longer counterproductive. Interesting. Let's get a whisper of love out here. And then I'm going to call it a day. Girl, put your records on. Sapphire faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. Lead the way into the ecstasy, the consciousness. The intuition is leading the way here. Out of the moment's regret. You're getting out of regret, out of nostalgia, out of feeling like you made a mistake by using your instinct to trust your intuition, right? To feel, to sense, to engage fully and totally. And the only way to do that is vulnerability. The feminine consciousness is vulnerability. It's a vulnerability. It's a state of complete and utter vulnerability. The ability to feel happy and sad at the same time without objection. In a state of grace instead of a state of fear. Sapphire faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. Woo! Remember what I said about that physical touch? The tender touch that can mean so much. Sapphire faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. I love it when these cards just roll out stuff that goes hand in hand with what I babble about. Like what it seems like I'm going on and on and on and on. I mean, it feels like I'm going on and on and on and on. And then the cards back me up. I like it. I like it a lot. Sometimes a hug is exactly what is needed. Physical connection is important to humans. Hand-holding, kissing, embracing, back rubs, an arm over the shoulder, or a pat on the back are always a way of expressing support, care, encouragement, and more. Think about how good you feel when someone greets you with a warm hug or offers you a comforting hand. These small interactions can really help you with your day. Giving and receiving through touch helps you keep your heart open. Physical touch is immeasurably vital in creating a spiritual bond. The delicate force provided through touch helps build trust and understanding in your relationships. And when you have that trust, yeah, that's the trust. The touch builds trust and understanding in relationships. No longer physically touching, like quit doing things that are meaningless. Like quit doing things for self-gain. Quit fucking doing shit for self-gain, for selfishness. Make your stuff meaningful. And quit going off of instant gratification, because this is where you really please every single one of your senses in a totality. The totality of self. Not one or the other, this one or that one for this time, and that time for this time. This is a totality. This is great. I love this. because what they're sharing is kindness and compassion, expressing love through gifts, the small token that can convey a great appreciation. And this appreciation is actually coming from the kindness and compassion. Somebody's showing kindness and compassion. Compassion for what? Well, obviously there's some truth there that needs compassion, right? Some painful truth. It's not our fears that we live in and our phantoms of our mind and our negative thoughts that need compassion. It's our heart and our truth that needs compassion to grow. And this is what they're sharing, is the truth and compassion, the gift of self. What's been held back, the shyness. He's very shy, his cheeks are red. This is shyness, but it's very joyful, it's very playful, it's exuberant. It's exuberant joy. It's the ecstasy. They're sharing the ecstasy. Their physical touch, compassion and kindness, sensitivity, vulnerability. That's fucking beautiful, Peter. That is so pretty. Oh my God, my heart chakra. Damn you. Damn you, heart. Divine masculine, divine feminine. I'm going to pull some guidance and tarot, some details for you. Just a little bit, not a lot, because I'm nosy and I'm curious. And curiosity, well, it's courage. And it's, well, what I live for. So, divine masculine, please, let's get in the recent past. Whoa, damn it. Whoa. In the recent past, you have been in the King of Wands. Oh my God. Fire. You are on fire. This is charismatic. This is charming. This is confident. So fucking confident. This is confident. The ability to be, this is confidence that is not coming from something that somebody's giving you. This is the confidence you use in charming that should be all the time. You literally have this internal confidence. You just start feeding the phantoms of your mind instead of feeding that confidence all the time. And you got to be stronger than that, boo-boo. This is where you wake up. This is where you get out of that right here, right now. Right here, right now. There's those, yep. Good job. The blood is boiling. Current situation. Oh, and I am fucking learning from this. I'm taking, this is not just something that is going to switch me like yes, it switched me. Trust, the light is on, all right? But now I have to, when the light comes on and you've been in the dark forever, now you're blind, like you're still blind by all the light, right? So now you have to like adjust. It's like adjusting the lenses. Okay. I'm adjusting. I've gone within. I'm literally going within. And I'm in between stages. For lack of better terms, I'm half dead, half alive. I'm more alive than I was, but still not quite undead, right? Like, I'm getting there. This is where you go into I feel like I'm going into the roots here. Like, this is where I've gone into the roots. This is where I've gone into the roots to restore this instinct in myself. Like, I've really gone into the dead parts of myself, okay? That's what I feel like right here. This is where I'm at right now, and it's for the highest good. I'm consciously going in there. I'm not being thrown in there by a traumatic event. I'm consciously and I want to go in there for my needs. Like I this is something I want to do. Okay, it's consciously done. Advice here. either you're going to deliver a message, or it's like you're waiting on a message. Either you're about, like, literally going to deliver something that you know, a message that you know is being waited for, like a message that's waited on, like, you know that this fucking message is waited on, all right? Or you're the one waiting on the message. That doesn't make any sense, though, because if this is the divine masculine energy, let me fucking tell you something about the natural laws here, okay? Let me check everyone here. Natural law. The feminine energy is the receptive energy. It is the power that attracts. It's the magnet. It's the magnet. This masculine energy should be the one delivering the message. Because I really feel like it's going to come from his little heart. Let's get another one on that one. Masculines are the action. They're the action. And it's the courage that says, I'm worthy of your queendom. I'm worthy of that. Yeah, but then staying with that, okay? Yeah, it's going to stay on courage. Courage to get over the fear of, I don't know, not being good enough. I am worthy of your kingdom. I am worthy. Woo! And if I'm not worthy, let the goddess within you make me there. Put me there. All right. Giggity. Woo! Hi. Hello. That's this. Like, I'm worthy. I'm not kidding. That's the strength. And getting over, like, not feeling worthy, like those phantoms of your mind that like lack a belief in self. Okay. Woo. That's a message. Woo. Oh my God. Ooh, yeah. All right, guys. Good work. Bravo. Divine feminine. I'm sticking those back in the deck, and we're going to clear the deck. And I'm going to use the same deck. Recent past, the divine feminine, please. Woo! This is like, so this Six of Swords for me is, it's like taking the knowledge from its battles. Like it's like it's going into calmer waters. It's definitely coming out of a battlefield. Okay. It's definitely coming out of being attacked or attacking. Exploited, I don't know, exploited with mentally exploited, I don't know, mentally controlled, tried to be mentally, I don't know, but it's definitely moving away from that energy. Whatever that energy of control is in the Five of Swords with that, the fucking mental manipulation shit, if I don't believe in you, I can, like, I don't know, mock your belief in self and over time dwindle that down kind of energy. And this is where the divine feminine in the recent past has like collected all of those skeletons, like all the shame that could be used against self, right? All the fears that could be used against self, all the phantoms of the mind. And she's like, hey, fears, I ain't scared of you. I need the wisdom I can gain from you. Why don't you go ahead and climb in my boat here, not as my fear, but as my lesson, as my wisdom, as my higher wisdom, instead of my master. You feed me information, then I master myself to evolve from that, right? Like, right fucking here, I'm moving right out of, like, I'll take these fears and sail right through my emotions like they're fucking the balloons holding me up. Like, right here, this is the game. This is a Six of Swords, highly intelligent. Wisdom in the beard here, not again. The Staff of Power too, to move that water. Tell me about the current energy. Holy shit, that's powerful. So now I feel like this is a point of you're getting towards, you're in the 6, right? You've moved out of that energy of the 5, that kind of energy, right? This is where you've collected the knowledge, right? And you're moving across your emotions with all this knowledge that you're gaining from fear, and it's not very, it doesn't feel good up here. It doesn't really feel good in here because of what it feels up here. However, it's like you're observing something. Like if you were to read a book, you're not going to take this book personally, although it resonates. You're not going to take it personally, right? Right? So you're it's like you are evolving your consciousness. Like you took your sorrow here, and it's like you evolved your consciousness here, and it's like you're almost to the next. It's like you are on the precipice of a new change in a communicative way, like the change, like your communication, the way you communicate with yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually. Like there's a totally different way of receiving, giving and receiving communication, it's like you sense it. It's like you're holding the book, you're not reading it, but you're like gaining all this information through the senses. Like, for better, for worse, like we accept the better and we accept the worse. And accepting is not allowing, folks. Accepting the truth does not mean I'm going to allow this shit. Accepting the truth means I'm going to act accordingly to support my inner truth, not the fucking truth out here that is against my inner truth. All right? Team self over here. Team self. Team self. And that team self will be loyal, that team self will love others the way it loves itself, right? Through unconditional love. But how it loves itself is through values, through needs, right? Like, and you got to be mindful of this lesson when you are engaging with those that do not love that way. You can't make them love that way. You can't convince them to love that way, right? And this is the lesson you have in your boat. So be mindful that you write that down, because that's definitely in your boat. That is in your boat right here. It is bookmarked in your book. It is bookmarked. So we want to have that lesson learned. We don't want to repeat that. I feel that. I fucking feel that hard. Let's get a clarifier on that. I feel that really hard. Yeah, we're not repeating that, as a matter of fact. Why? Because once I have all of this, that gives me that, because I'm not limited by the fears of that. I'm not limited by the negative thoughts of myself that were trying to be planted there. Somebody's negative thoughts of me that were trying to be planted in my mind. I didn't allow that in my mind, right? And because I didn't allow that in my mind, and I actually observed it and learned where I've learned here, I've observed this, I have a new beginning. This is a brand new idea of self. Like, not even idea, it's like the action in the mind. It's like you're developing I don't want to say a plan, because it's kind of like a plan, but it's not. Okay, like it's not. It's definitely in a flow, but it's definitely the spark. It's like a spark here. Man, I can't wait to see what the guidance is. You got a lot of spark, a lot of passion from this knowledge that you gained. Instead of gaining sadness or like stagnancy, you gained action. Attraction. There's attraction there. Tell me about the guidance here. Divine feminine. You guys are gonna put me into whiplash. I don't know how to read that. Like, it's not even gonna make sense. Divine feminine's not gonna make sense at all. Oh my god, I feel like I should squeeze my eyebrows and like stretch my face and like make faces and stuff, because it's like what the fuck? Divine feminine. You're crazy as shit, I'll tell you that. Oh, what fun it is to ride on the divine here for your higher self is to lose your head. Now that you have all this knowledge, lose the attachment, lose the head, lose it. Because you have the, it's like the physical body senses. It's like the physical body senses. It's not up here. It's in the senses, like you feel it, you sense it, you know it. And it's like there's a fast truth that's received that does this, you lose your fucking head, swept off your feet, lost your fucking head, lost your fucking mind, just willingly surrendered the bitch. Fuck it, there goes. It's like the phantoms. Like if you do have any fears here of yourself or doubt in yourself, you are asked to set, like, just let it go, because you may be like creating them through some kind of knowledge you have, right? Some kind of knowledge you have that isn't really true. Maybe there was a seed of doubt planted in you. Like maybe, I don't know, somebody you trusted planted a seed of doubt in you. I don't know. But you're asked to just not hold on to that. Just gain the wisdom from the experience and learn where you stand and what you want standing in your field, okay? Because you can't change others here. Just know that. No. Healing is healing yourself, and in that you inspire others to heal themselves. You are the leader of this. You are the leader of setting the example through your boundaries, and your boundaries were set by experience that you have, experience that you've experienced with your emotions, not with your mind, okay? And your mind does have a lot of knowledge here, but if your mind is contaminated with the seeds of doubt from yourself or somebody else, or if you're trusting somebody else's opinion of you over yourself, because I don't fucking know why you would ever do that again. Don't do that again. Please don't do that again. This is where you would trust the feeling that's being exchanged with you. In the hangman situation, you're being asked to feel this fire within your veins. You're being asked to experience the spirit within your flesh. It is not about what you know, like what you can see, what you can touch, like tangible evidence. This is, you can, like, divine feminine, really feel your way through this, okay? Because you have gained something here, and there's a truth that you're going to be able to express openly with compassion. So, like, you're going to receive compassion with this. Like, I don't know how to explain this. Okay, there's something where when you remove the head, the truth comes out. Like, the truth comes out. Whatever fear that you're blocking yourself from feeling or hearing or tasting or whatever it is, because it's there from this 9. I'm still getting like this mixed signal here, but I'm telling you, the nine of swords is where you're like picking up the book, and it's like you're observing the information without becoming a victim of it. And yes, it hurts, but that pain is what you're supposed to separate yourself from. You have the context of the pain now. Don't take the actions from your pain. Separate yourself from that pain, and take the action from your truth. Okay, separate yourself from the pain. All right, right there. Thank you very much, you guys, and have a great night.